Hi and welcome to the Tiny Violeta. I'm so happy today because I'll share the story of a French family that moved to Spain and built 3 tiny houses in 1 year. I met this French guy, Zacharie, because I was looking for tiny house builders in Spain and I found him. So I decided to go and see what was going on there. One of the houses is for sale, and then there is another house where lives his father, his mother, and his sister. And in the other house lives Zacharie with his wife and his child. So it was super nice for me because I got to ask him so many questions that I had. And now I will share this interview with you. I hope you enjoy it and you can learn something from it.
Okay,
So today we are in the house of Zacharie.
Yes.
And he will tell us some things about his journey building his tiny house.
Yeah.
So, Zacharie, what's the best advice you can give to someone starting their tiny house journey?
Depend which model you want to make, but before building it, you have to think about a lot of things. If you want to connect it with solar panel or with the water, of the city, let's say that.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Grid.
Yes.
To be grid connected.
Yeah. That you have to consider it. If you want to make it autonomous or not.
Okay.
Yeah, basically you have to think about all these things before. You have to take your time and to not try to make everything fast. If you are a professional and you have a lot of experiences,
Then yes.
Yeah. But if it's the first time that you want to build your tiny house, take your time with the plans also. Take your time, think about everything before making something. You can draw it, to draw everything, to put everything together. And yes, it's my best advice to take your time, to take in consideration everything, to plan everything before.
And why did you choose to live in the tiny house?
For the way of living, because first, when you live in this type of houses, you don't depend so much on the society. If you want to get out of the society a little, it's difficult to get completely out.
Yeah, if you are inside the system.
Yes. But for me, it was to live more like autonomous, and yes, for me it's the best thing.
And what's the best thing that you like the most from your tiny house and why?
I love that I can warm up the house very easily, because since it's small, to warm it up it's not complicated. I like this thing, and I like that I can move it.
Okay.
I made it in a way that I can move it because we don't know the future. Maybe one time I will decide to go back in France or to go to live in another country, and knowing that you can leave your own house wherever you can, that it's one of the best thing for me.
Peace of mind.
Yeah. That also I love wood, and to have my little house in wood, that I made it, and that I'm a little proud of that, and
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so what surprised you the most about living in the tiny house? Like you didn't think about it and now it surprised you.
Yeah, the space. When you look at in the video, sometimes you think that it looks okay, but
it's bigger. No?
Yes. But in reality, it's small, but it's okay. You have to get used to it. If you were living in a big house before and you move to a tiny house,
you need to get used to it.
You need to get used to it. You have to think about the humidity, all of that. It's small, the humidity can enter easily. The rain, yes, that you have to think about it. And inside there is a par vapeur. That is very important. So we have a little of humidity entering, especially in winter, but we have the stuff, and when we turn it on, it's so hot inside that we don't have this type of problems. That you have to think about it. And yes, with the place, you have to think where you want to put everything, because you have to think that you need the fridge, you need the
washing machine,
you need the toilet, the bath, you need everything in such a little place. So you have to think everything before, how to put everything together that you can have
to fit
everything. Yes.
How much does it really cost to build a tiny house?
It depends which quality you want, because you can build it cheap and you can build it with the best quality, but it's going to be expensive. For example, this one there is around 20,000 euro of material.
20,000 euro. Okay.
Yes.
Just the materials.
Just in materials. Yes.
Okay.
And after there is the time that you build it. It can look expensive, but at the end you save money.
Yeah, every month.
Like that. Yes.
And I know you built the tiny house with your father.
Yeah.
How was the experience of building your house with your father?
Good. It was a good experience, honestly. I always like working with wood and working with my father and not with a boss that is under you and telling you, you have to do that, and looking at you if you are doing everything good, It was. I had the peace to work with my father. It was good, and since we had a good relationship also, it was funny, yes, to build it together.
And you had all the tools before, or
yes,
okay.
we had
so
everything.
you brought the tools from France.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
We came prepared.
Yeah. Because I don't have tools, and I'm trying to figure out also like how to do.
Yeah.
With the tools, I guess I will have to buy some. Maybe I can borrow.
I will give you a counsel. Try to buy the best brand.
The best.
Because for example, I bought some tools with the brand wasn't the best, and with the time it broke. So it's better to have a good quality.
And also it makes easier the work.
Yes,
I
of
guess.
course.
This I'm interested in know, how did you design your tiny house?
I started by looking some pictures on internet. I looked at a lot of pictures and I saw one picture and I was like, okay, I want to do that,
Okay.
So I didn't do it exactly like in the picture. So I took a paper, a pen, I started to make the plans with my wife also, because we have to agree with some things inside. And after it was just my imagination, little by little.
You were adding things.
Yes. I like. There is a little extension there, and in the beginning, I was like, I didn't know what to put or to do with this extension, and I was like, for the clothes, And little by little, with the time, I saw a space in the corner. Okay, I'm going to make something, and little by little,
you will see like. Every time one more thing.
Yes,
Yeah, to me now I'm in the planning phase and designing, and every time I'm changing something. No, I could do this like this, and then I say no, maybe it's too much.
Yeah. Me personally, the plans I was making them, and every time there was something new, I was making. Wait, no, I'm not going to make that. I'm going to make something more like that, and I'm not going to take this measurement, this one, and I changed a lot. So it was, I don't remember, but for a lot of days I was struggling with the plans to make really the right thing. And the plan, you really have to take care to do everything good, because depending where you live, but there are some measurements that you cannot pass, because
there are limitations.
There are limitations, yes.
With the weight, with the measurements. That makes everything more complicated.
Yeah, it's for that the plans for me was the most difficult part, I think.
What is the most unique thing you included in your tiny house?
I like the way that I put the stuff.
Okay.
And that under I made the place to put the wood. That it's something that that it's unique, I would say. After I would say everything is unique inside,
Yeah.
So
everything. You created it, so it's unique. It's true. This one is important. What's the biggest mistake you think people make when building the tiny house, or one mistake you did?
You have to take really care about the measurement. The measurement because if you want to move it, and if there is a few centimeters more than the right height, there are a lot of people that doesn't think about the place. It can be an issue, because I saw a lot of testimony. The people were saying, I want to live in a tiny, amazing, and when they started to live in the tiny house, seeing that it's very small, the dry toilet also, that it's something that the people are not used to it.
Yeah, it's true.
And you have to take in consideration all of that. You have to be ready. I was ready, so it was okay. But like for the dry toilet, that you have to throw away, you know, you have to think about all these aspects. So the place, dry toilet, there is so a lot of in the forums, and where the people were saying, I cannot read the dry toilet, you know.
Okay.
And after 1 year, they would leave their tiny and live somewhere else.
Yeah. It's complicated. I mean, me, I have never been also living in a tiny house, and I think I can do it.
Yeah.
But of course, sometimes I'm afraid, like, I thinking maybe it's too small. But my plan is like to have also the outside, so because I like to be outside mainly, and if the inside it's cozy. Also, I'm not used to the dry toilet, and I don't know how I will do with a dry toilet, but I think
it's okay. Honestly, it depends. Me, I wasn't used to it before, but since if you are more someone that lives in the country, there is no problem, you know. If you are someone that lives in big houses in luxury, it's going to be difficult, you know. But if you are not difficult with all of that, honestly, me, I live in my tiny house with my wife and my child, and it's perfect for me. Sometimes I'm like, yes, it's small, but I mean, it's okay.
You don't need more.
Yeah, we don't need more. Yes.
I think I will be okay. I was traveling in a sailing boat without toilet, so a dry toilet will be good enough.
It will be good. Yes, no problem. No problem.
No peeing through to the sea directly.
Yeah.
Risking my life every time.
Boy.
Yeah.
So I think that for you, tiny house is not going to.
I think
you will be used to it.
I hope so. I hope so.
I'm sure.
So now, if you could change one thing about your tiny house, what would it be? Now that you have lived in the tiny house and so on.
I didn't think good about where putting the light and how do you call the
outlets, like to switch on.
Yes,
switch off.
that because that is something that you also have to think about it, and I thought about it, but fast, you know, I was like, oh, it's okay, you know, it's a detail, but at the end you have to think. Yes, I would like to change my that. Basically, I'm happy with how I made it.
That's great.
Yes,
Could you share a practical tip for someone that's building the house, or like how to maximize space, or what materials to choose?
For the space, think about it before. Try to, every free space that you have to use it to put something, because it's small. So you have to think where to put the clothes. You have to think if you want, I don't know, to put some plants inside. You know, you maybe have to make some things to put them on it. You for the table also in front of the window.
Yeah.
So you can have the view, and it's not just in the middle of the tiny. Where to put the stair. You have to think about all these things. For the material, for the structure, use a wood that is treated.
Treated, yeah.
That it's important. There are some tiny house with metal structures also. That it's also a good issue.
It's lighter,
and it's lighter. But I don't know how to work with iron.
Metal,
So you know, what else? The isolation, how much centimeters you want. I would say it depends where you live. If you live in a cold country, you need minimum 10 centimeters. I would say. But if you live in a hot place, I know someone that makes his tiny house with 5 centimeters of isolation, and he's telling me that it's good. It's good.
How much you have?
10. Yeah, 10. I have 10. Yeah. Yes, the window also. You have to think about the weight. You know.
That's important.
Yes, us it's in aluminium, so it's okay. It's not the best quality, the aluminium, but it's good. Okay. It's okay. The rooftop also. Important. Our rooftops, it's with panel sandwich. I don't know the word.
Sandwich panel.
I don't know in English. That it's very, very, very good because it already has an isolation. It has 6 centimeters of isolation, plus the isolation of the rooftop.
Okay.
That it's really good. In summer, when the sun heat that is really strong, I cannot touch the roof. But if I put my hand under, if I touch under, it's like fresh. Okay. So it's really working. It's working good. It's important. Yeah. That it's important. The roof. Yeah. The roof, you have to think about it. Use a wood that is treated, and also for under the tiny, it's good to have some aluminium perforated with a lot of holes.
With holes.
Yes, so it can breathe. And so it also protects when you drive and when you have, there are, I don't know, a lot of stones
Rocks,
and rocks, going.
Everything is protected.
Everything is protected. It's very light and it let the floor breathing because it has to breathe.
Yeah.
Because if not, you will have more hole inside, and but you have to take that in consideration.
That's great. It's very useful.
Yeah.
All the information, and thank you very much for showing us the 3 tiny houses.
Yeah.
They made the 3 tiny houses in 1 year, 1 year and a half.
Yeah, 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yes, it was a lot of work, but
hard work.
Since we love working with wood, we love this work. It was a pleasure. I was enjoying, honestly.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I hope you have a nice life in the tiny house.
Thank you.
I hope one day show you my tiny house.
Yes.
I don't know if you have like social media that people can follow you, or because you are also selling houses, right?
Yeah. We wanted to make a website, but we didn't make it yet. You can contact me on my Facebook, I think.
Okay.
Zacharie Esteban. I'm always connected, so
to contact you.
Yeah. Okay. And later, the main idea is to sell this tiny house that we are selling. If we sell it, we will make
more.
Yes, we will make more, and we will make a website and customs, and all of that. But first, we have to sell it.
Okay.
And after.
Okay. So now they are selling one.
Yes.
Then more.
Yeah. We are selling one, and after we will see.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.